How's it going, guys? I got another any match, and I finally got a couple good ones. I actually got a bunch of them, and they're all with this team, sadly, so expect some more of this team. But after the next two videos, after this one, I'll be using different ones. But anyways, on to the team preview. He's obviously, well, not obviously, never mind. But I'm thinking he's going to lead off with his Regirock, and so I think I'm going to lead off with my Superior just to taunt him or whatever, because Superior is a pretty good lead against Regirock, and then the only threats on his team are going to be Sawsbuck, because I can only kill that with a couple things. I don't know. Sock, definitely, if my Misdreavus dies, and then Electros, because Electros can do some work against my team, and someone's messaging me on Facebook. Dang it, I forgot to exit out again, whatever. But I do like this team. It got me almost on the ladder. I don't know, I'm just bad at laddering, I guess, whatever. Let's get into this match. I'm leading off with my Superior, but he actually leads off with his Sock, and I'm like, okay, let's go right into my Misdreavus, and he goes for the Ice Punch. It does, I don't even know. I couldn't tell if that was Banded, Scarfed, Adamant, Scarfed, Jolly Scarfed, or what by that damage, because I've seen Ice Punches do more and Ice Punches do less, but I was just going for the Will-O-Wisp. I probably could have made a double switch into my Superior, but I didn't. And I don't go into my Superior now just so I can get my own rocks up, I think. I hope. Yeah, I think that's what I do. And he goes for the Thunder Wave, and Parahax was just awful for me today. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I cannot even explain it, but anyways, I just Volt Switch right here to get some momentum going, and I'm pretty sure I just go into my Misdreavus. Yeah, I do go into my Misdreavus because it's a great counter to Sock and whatnot. And he switches out, and he goes into his Regirock to take on my Misdreavus, and it's already burned, but I predicted that, or I predicted him to predict me. Well, I predicted him to think I would go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I wasn't going to play too obvious. And I just go back out into my Regirock, go back out into my Probopass, knowing that he's probably going to want a Thunder Wave and or whatever else he wants to do will not do that much. And look at this, a Drain Punch only does 29%. That is quad super effective. I was actually very, very confused as to why that did so little. I'm not really sure. Regirock isn't the weakest of all Pokemon, but whatever. And so now I go into my Superior just to take on his Regirock, and I make a prediction right here. He goes in his Sawsbuck, and I just go for the Glare to get the Sawsbuck when it comes in, trying to get that Sap Sipper. I got you, Sawsbuck. I got you. And I switch out, go to my Probopass. Oh, and I did not mention this, but this was actually a tournament match for one of those little things on here. It was a little bit bigger, though. And I think this was the round before the semifinals. And I predicted him to predict me to go into my Misdreavus, but whatever. And so now I think I just U-turn on the Regirock. Sorry that I'm saying I think. This was at like 2 in the morning last night. Whatever. I go into my Electros now just because I know I can outspeed it, because I do run heavy speed investment. And I just Volt Switch out of there, and yeah, I can kill that Regirock and go back into my Superior because it is a lead. It can take anything on pretty well. And he brings in his Electros. I'm like, okay, Flamethrower's coming. I gotta get out of here. Go to my Misdreavus because my Probopass is dead. He can probably take a hit. He does fairly well, actually. And now I think I'm just going to Pain Split, yeah, just to get my health up. I'm saying I think to what I would do in this situation. He goes for the Discharge. Luckily, he does not get the Parahax, but it would have been kind of nice because then he could have gone for another one, and had he not knocked me out, I could Pain Split to get even more HP back, which would be awesome. And he goes into his Gardevoir now, and he takes me out with a Psychic, which shows me that he is offensive because naturally Gardevoir does not outspeed if they don't have any speed investment. I go into my Electros thinking that I can take a hit if it's not Specs, which I'm pretty sure I can. And I just go for the Volt Switch on anything. He goes into his Sawsbuck. I'm going to go into my Swellow. Even though I'm going to be at 50%, I do get a chance to activate my Toxic Orb. And I just U-turn out of there, kill the Sawsbuck, or get momentum on whatever wants to come in, go into my Superior. And now, if he goes into his Sock, Like, that thing can really threaten my team at this point, but whatever. I just go for the Giga Drain now, trying to get some damage off. Flamethrower doesn't take me out, luckily, but it could have been nice if it knocked me down to my overgrow range, but whatever. I can take him out either way with a crit that I'm pretty sure did not matter. And now I believe he's just going to go into his sock. Yeah, and I go for the glare here. And it gets him, and that's like, okay, he's not scarfed. What is he? He turns out to be a bulk upset, which is very nice indeed. And I just go for the Giga Drain, trying to get some damage off on him. Now, looking back on this, he does take me out with the Ice Punch. I go into my Electros here to go for the Volt Switch. I could have gone into my Swellow and Brave Bird or Facaded him, and then U-turned out. But I didn't. I go into my Electros and U-turn, then go into my Swellow, which I think, I don't know. I don't think it really matters that much, but if I had gone into him originally, it could have been a different play. But I do get a crit on that Facade, which does matter, because now I can go into my Electros and kill him, and if he wants to switch, I can probably kill him with my sock or my Electros on the switch in, and if he didn't have a regenerator, he was dead anyways, so whatever. He brings in his Gardevoir now. It is offensive, so it's easily going to be able to outspeed me and KO. My Electros is EV'd to outspeed base 80s, which is what Gardevoir is, so it's once again offensive. And here's the epic part. So it's me against my Scarfed Sock and his unknown choice item Gardevoir, and everyone. There were a bunch of people watching this because I'm pretty sure we were the last people to go, and I know that an Earthquake is not going to take him out, or a Close Combat, or any of my moves are not going to singly take him out. So what everyone was telling me to do, and what we were all thinking, is that I'm just going to go for the Stone Edge and try and get a crit. So that's what I do. Let's see how this plays out. I go for the Stone Edge. Doesn't quite take him out, but he takes me out with the Psychic. So that is a pretty good game. I liked that game. It turned out fairly well. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I have two very good games coming up for you. Maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'm off of school tomorrow because of the snow, so I'm going to be playing Poke all day, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, leave a comment for pokes that you think are very good at offensive and NU, because I'm going to make a hyper offensive team. And goodbye.